Hi, Courtney. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm good,
I
thank you.
I'm doing great, and I first off love the first two episodes of Doogie.
Um,
I adored it, and also it just seems like the perfect show for you because fresh off the boat, family dramedy, How I Met Your Mother, a thing Neil Patrick Harris was in, and then it also feels very personal to yourself and your backstory. Can you talk about the perfect mix that led to this show?
yes, absolutely. I was born in Hawaii. My dad is Korean and fourth generation. His
Mm.
family was like the first boat from Korea that came to Hawaii. And my mom is an Irish Catholic girl from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. They fell in love and had us, three kids. And then my mom missed everybody, and we basically grew up in Pennsylvania, but we would go back to Hawaii. And so I have family there. And so I grew up watching Doogie, and I always loved it, but I always wished that there were families that were more like mine. And so this sort of became a unique opportunity to take this thing that I love and to sort of put my own special sauce on it. You know, we always say on set that for Doogie Howser reboot, the show is oddly personal. You know, it's
Right.
based on my family. I'm the middle child. I have an older brother and a younger brother. And as we cast folks, and the writers came together, we all started putting our own spin on things, our own stories. And so it is oddly personal, not just to me, but to the whole crew and
Mm.
to the writers and the actors. And it's a labor of love.
Absolutely. I love that it does feel like it's treating Hawaii like just every day, like the place that you do live. And, as opposed to it being like a tourist attraction like you sometimes see in many series. So what was it like to bring that specificity to the story? And I guess shooting in Oahu too must help.
Yes, the one of the things, anybody can shoot a show in Hawaii, and it can be, I sort of call it the postcard version, where it's like here's a scene, but then there's like this like diamond head behind you and it's beautiful. But we really did aim to dig more into some of the more cultural things, and I wish we had more time and room to dig further into them, and hopefully season 2 will have that chance. But yeah, we really wanted to make it about these people and about their specific variety of life. And, the show is inspired by my family, and it's me telling my story. And so that was always sort of our North Star. And our crew is very much local and Hawaiian, and everybody, would jump in and, give their take on things. And we all sort of did it together. And, you want to get things right. And we do want to get things right. And there's also a little bit too of like, it's my story.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has different stories. And it's interesting. Like when I do it from doing Fresh Off the Boat, when you don't have as many stories, everyone wants that one to represent
Right.
their point of view. And so my hope is that this is the first of many shows set in Hawaii. This is the first of many shows about different mixed race families and different ways people do things. And so hopefully this is just one of several down the road.
I hope so too. And I do love how well you established her personal life and her family life in the first two episodes. So what will the work-life balance look like in future episodes? How much time would you say you spend in the hospital with these like new and interesting cases for a 16-year-old to tackle versus the high school dance?
Yes. One of the things that we try to do is really vary it. And if you go back and watch the original, one of the things that makes the show so good is there really isn't a formula of, 50% in the hospital, 50% at home. They sort of will do episodes that's mostly about home, and then it'll be about work, and then it'll be about Wanda, in the original.
Right.
And so we really did try to follow that and stay true to the story of it. I think that's one of the nice things about being on a streamer and sort of moving the type of storytelling you're able to do is we tried to stay true to these characters and put them in interesting situations and see where it led. So it really is a variety of things that you'll see. But that her being a doctor is always key to it, and her family and friends sort of helping her through it. But the hospital stories really are about the emotional part of it. You know, like the Barry Bostwick character in the pilot sort of shedding light on, you know, this sort of circle of life of it all, and how, you know, these moments now, how you'll look back on them later, and just everyone trying to figure out who they are.
I love that. Well, I cannot wait to see more and to figure out who Lahela is alongside her as we go through season 1. So thank you so much.